It's fine. Thankfully, I start... the VOD is going to start here with no context as to why I'm saying don't worry about anything I just said for 30 minutes in the just chatting section of stream. It's fine. If you're watching this on YouTube later, don't worry about it. Were we cursed? Yes. How we were cursed? It's a mystery. Lost to time. Anyway, hello. Welcome back to Wanderstop. Ian is never cursed ever, which is a statement that is patently untrue. And today we are continuing, as you can tell, there's a whole new season in the game. We moved forward in the plot a bit. We said it was time for something new, and the game changed. Our plants changed. We have some new characters. We have Nana, who is just capitalism incarnate. We have, I think it was Ren, who is a fighter who thinks we're the coolest thing ever because they looked up to us in our fighting skills. And then we have another person I didn't catch the name of yet who just seems to be in a little bit of pain. And that is just vibing. So we're going to see what's up with all that for the next 2.5 hours. It's slightly under 2.5 hours because we were so cursed earlier for a little longer than usual. I'm so sorry. If you actually catch stream live, there is like a 30-minute section where I just ramble to wake up because it's like 10:30 in the morning, or it's 11 o'clock now. And the mods were totally innocent and did nothing wrong today. I promise. Wink, wink. I can't wink. Is this a wink? No, I can't do it. Val cannot wink. News at 10. But yes, let's like continue and see. I think we're gonna make tea for people. But yes, the mods are the most innocent today. Did nothing cursed. Wink wonk instead of wink wink. Yeah. I'm just blinking. But yeah, look how super cute this whole layout is. I love the pink and the sort of oranges. I love this color palette a lot, and it pleases me. I also feel like the game is a little quiet. Hold on. Yeah, it feels a touch quiet to me now. So let me know if that's untrue and everything is in fact now too loud. But yeah, we have Nana over here just selling. She sells new shit. Okay, hold on. We're gonna talk to Nana. Here comes the sucker now. Sucker? I looked over the garbage you gave me, and guess what? I got a bargain. It's not trash at all. It's an antique. These babies sell for an unthinkable amount on the gray market. You know, I almost feel bad for you. Not quite, but almost. Sure, but you also get its curse. You think I'll fall for the give me back the trash, it's cursed. Again? Nice try, girl. A whole generation of necromancers have already tried that on me. Oh, what? Okay. Gotta say, the whole thing has put me in a rare good mood. It's had quite a horrifying effect on me. I'm feeling generous. Oh no. I'm gonna do gasp. So I'll tell you what. You can take one more thing off the counter. Free of charge. I'm taking that terrarium immediately. Really? Hey, this ain't an olive branch. It's about your your silliness and not seeing the value of your own property. I feel bad for you. I feel cold, black pity. The way you look at a sick animal. Just pathetic. You also remind me of a sick animal. I'm gonna say this is generous of you. Thanks. Do not say those words. Do not thank me. Just pick an item and get out of here. A square mug. A plant home. Fragile. Imported. Do we keep the mugs? I think the mugs transfer through, right? So when we do something new, all the stuff goes away. So So I guess it doesn't super matter. I want the terrarium. It's cute. Thanks. Take it. Let's go put this up somewhere. I think I'll literally put it right here so that I can appreciate it. Can I not? Hello? It's like not letting me do it anymore. It's weird. Okay, hold on. Do you see how we put this creepy doll very high and out of place? Oh. Oh, another pot. We have so many pots now. Hell yeah. There we go. Oh, it's like, it doesn't quite register it. It's weird. Okay, we're going to have to put it down immediately. Nope. It just doesn't recognize it. Okay. Or an elf on the shelf. Yeah, the elf on the shelf is fucking terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, we'll put it here. Because it didn't want to go anywhere else. And it's next to the cat. Unfortunately, this stuff does seem to disappear between, like, sections. But hopefully it won't. Okay. I don't remember what I was doing in the slightest, despite having recently uploaded the VOD. I think this guy wanted just any tea and is chilling. The other guy needed something for pain. We're not going to read the Professor Currency's Guide to Economics. I might just go put this up so I don't keep accidentally trying to dash it. Also, there's just a tea ball on the... over here. Did I just put a tea ball here? Or did it just give me that? Like, here, have a tea ball. Also, this answers my question. You don't keep your mugs between sections either. That does make me slightly sad. But I think that's sort of also the point that things are... Except for the stop sign. The stop sign's still... Stop sign's still here. Interesting. Okay, so some things do transfer, but most things do not. Let's go... Oh, let's clip all this. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let's clip them. Stop sign is powerful. Yeah, the moral of the story is the stop sign endures. But yes, I hope everyone's having a good Friday. Thank you for listening to me ramble slightly longer today. I will mention this because this will go onto the VOD. We're not going to mention the curse things that I said about Baldur's Gate and genitalia. Don't worry about it. But I did apply for an interview and unfortunately I did not get it. But I did get a contracting offer. They were so impressed with me that they want me to do like blog writing and marketing, like digital marketing for them. So not a net loss, but it is sort of like it didn't go the way I expected. And this game kind of feels topical for that, in the sense of like, you might think you need to do it this one specific way, but there are multiple ways to get to the way where you want to be. So oddly enough, still very topical for the themes in this game, right? So it just felt kind of timely and kind of good to remember, because I felt really sad. But then I was like, oh, actually, you know, sometimes it just be like that. And sometimes it works out in a different way, but it's still working out. So kind of like a similar, like Alta feels like she has to do things one specific way and can never change it. But actually, sometimes you just need a little break. And like this actually might work out better for me in the sense of like a full-time internship might not be what I can handle right now, actually. But like contracting work that's flexible, I can definitely handle that. So like this might actually be way better for me. So, you know, it's kind of one of those, it might feel bad, but it actually is a good, because it's different and it's a change in direction, and that can feel a little scary, but it's ultimately a net positive. So I'm looking at it that way. Where were we? We needed something for pain. Oh, and I wanted to give the warrior guy the whatever the wailing tree is, because I want him to feel overly confident in his ability to do math, because that just feels funny. Oh, and snock cones. Yeah, this is for the one that Really relieving physical pain. So we're gonna try to get the flowering snocks first, which has a yellow in the middle and question marks on this the peripheral. So we're oops. Hold on. There's a way to fix this without just clipping it. Pots. Pot is the answer. Yes. There we go. Love pot. Okay. There we go. Fixed it. Crisis averted. Yeah, blaze it. There we go. That is the correct thing that I wanted. I'm gonna water it and see what it gives me. What is this? What are you? I don't think you were the flowering snock that I wanted. You are something. A bite berry. Interesting. Hold on. Okay, so I did a bite berry tree. Oh, there's 3 permutations of this. I'm a goober. Hey! What is... What you got? What you got there? There you go. Thank you, buddy. What is this? Is that a snail? Oh, it's a little snail trinket. Look how cute that is. Okay, hold on. We're gonna go put this in the house. This deserves to be on display. Or we could put it here, because it's cute. Have a snail. Okay. Fluffins are very adorable. News at 10. And fun fact, you can plant seeds anywhere. I guess we'll try yellow, because we'll do all 3. We'll do blue. We already did pink, and that's the bite berry. We'll do yellow and yellow. And then we'll do yellow and blue. Ooh, that's colorful. What are you? I think this might be the snocks. Yes, we got a snock cone. I love this game lets you live your best plant gay life. Yes, it's very much just like, hey, plant? What if no obligations and just plant? Did I do blue? I think I did blue. I don't think I did pink. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this will give me the wailing tree one. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's so pretty. I love that. All right, let's see if I was right. Yes. Okay, so we have our 3 perfect. That's honestly, this is really pretty. Look how cool this looks. I'm actually really, these are really fun. Good plants. Thank you for plants. Okay, let's do the, how many T-balls do I have? I have 3. Perfect. Nana doesn't want tea at the moment, so I don't really have to factor her in, which is delightful. Let's take this mug first. We'll do the pain relief one first. Yeah. We love good plants. Now to the tea bong. Do I remember how to do this? Do I remember how to make tea in this game? We gotta bap it. Gotta bap this. I always forget to heat it. Bap it. A little bap. Bap. Okay. Then we kick it. Bap it. Kick it. Pull it. Nope. Oh wait, we gotta dunk tea in it and then pull it. Hold on. This way. There we go. T-ball. Also, Corinne, hi. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing good. Everyone's doing all right. We'll do a snock cone. Whee! And then we will release. And 4. What'd that give me? Something about letting it just go until it's completely overflowed is kind of funny. So forgive me for, I hope, hyper focus on that. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right. Where's the friend I need to give this to? Here we go. We're going to give this to this friend. Here you go. Okay. I'm trying to think of like the tone. I don't really do voices 100% so much as like tone shifts. I try to narrate semi-decently. Did it help with the pain? Yes. There is a calming in my chest. Pain is quieting. I think we'll go lower. Not gone. Never fully gone. Just a little quieter. Oh, I feel that in my soul. So this person has chronic pain and like, oh, big mood. I, back when I was having lower back pain problems kind of intensely, which I still always have lower back pain. But it's much better now because tragically the exercise routine I have is really working. Also, I'm just kinder to my body than I used to be. I don't push it as hard. So my back is honestly the best it's ever been lately. But a couple of years ago, it was bad. Like I had physical therapy. I was like bad. I pulled a muscle, like picking up laundry, and oh, it was terrible. But yeah, I when someone was asking me like what is your pain level, I was like, it's like constantly a 2. Some days it's like a 5 or a 6, but it's like if we're talking like your default is a 0, my default is like a 2 or a 3. And that seems to surprise people sometimes. But that's just kind of the chronic pain life, right? Like you kind of just, it's just there and you kind of learn to live with it, and it takes a good amount of energy and it kind of sucks, but like you learn to get by. And I'm doing better. I've been sick on and off for a month. So meds are finally working. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm glad the meds are working. Speaking of chronic illness and stuff, like, yeah, it's just so hard sometimes to be fully on the mend, but I hope things are going better. Yes, this is good. Thank you. What about taking your mind off the pain? No, the thoughts are the same as before. But it is okay, simply for the pain to be less. This is good. I am grateful. Thank you. This is good. I'm glad to have it, this cup of tea. I must do something in exchange. I will make you something as a gift for the tea. Boros just like, a gift? A wind chime. Yes, I will build a wind chime for your shop. Ooh, give me a wind chime. Yes. So sorry, my necklace is like tangled on my headphones. Is this acceptable? Oh, this is so acceptable. Who would say no to this? Yes. Yes, this is so acceptable. Okay, it will take a moment. I will return. I kind of feel like he's in a similar cadence as Boro for me, where like Boro kind of lives up here and talks like Baymax a little bit, but this guy kind of also lives in that similar kind of cadence, but it's like a little lower, and he lives here. To talk about voice narration, because like I don't do big voice acting change. Like some people can like really modulate their voice. I don't have my thyroid and my throat are like very sensitive, so I don't want to lose my voice. I lose my voice very easily. But I do like to change my pitch a bit so you can kind of get a feel for the character's personality. Oh, that was really fast. Okay. Anyway, long and short of it is I hope I do it well. Hello. I have done it. I have built the wind chime. It is there. Now. It is good. Thanks. Also, Rafiki, hi. Good to see you. Yes. Cool. Thank you for the wind chime. We love a wind chime. I didn't see exactly where it was. I didn't... Oh, it's like literally right here. It's so pretty. Can I... Okay. It doesn't actually wind chime. But yes, I hope you're doing good. Alright. What else? Which one was the one... The Wailing Tree one was the consumption tends to make one overly confident in their ability to do math. I want to give the guy who just wants anything, any tea I make for him, he'll take it. I'm gonna do that for him because I just want to see if the game will make him do math. That would be kind of funny. Take this cup. Would be kind of funny to see this random fighter like try to do math. Things are good, a wee bit tired, but overall good. I'm glad. I mean, not that you're tired, but that things are overall good. All right. water. I feel like I'm the B. Dylan Hall. It's just like fire, but like water. And now we're vapping the fire. Fire! I went over. Gotta vap it. Now, to throw the things in here, start with a T-ball. Shook it. And it was a whaling fruit, so let's put that in there. Ooh, turns a fun color. It's like orange juice looking. Oops. Oh, I skipped a step. I skipped a valve. We gotta hit this one. There we go. And we pull this, and we get our tea. This is the optimal, most efficient, definitely realistic way of making tea. It's funny because if you played a game like Coffee Talk, which does actually kind of at least have like a barista vibe, right? Where like you are trying to actually use a coffee maker and like do it the way you're actually supposed to. Then there's this where it's like, no, this is not based in reality in any shape, form, or fashion. I love the contrast there. All right, bud, take your tea. Here you go. Passion tea, the passion for math, which I don't possess. Excellent. Let's have a taste. Oh, cute man. What do you mean? This seems like the most grounded thing. Yeah, this is the most grounded way to make tea. Haha, warrior Alta. You have chosen to serve me whaling tea. What a fascinating choice. It is said that the drink emboldens one's sense of mathematical abilities. Yes? Ah, he clocked what I was trying to do. Personally, I have not found this to be the case, but others do report such an experience. Is this what passion means to you? To become more intellectually capable? How fascinating. It is not what I would have guessed you would choose, yet I am delighted anyway. I have seen a new dimension of your character, which is quite the joy. Yes, I am very grateful for the tea you have brought me. It is exactly what I had hoped for. Thank you. Say, as long as I have your ear a moment, I must ask you something. There is a story that I have heard about you, and I simply must inquire whether it's true or not. We're gonna find out what that is after the break, because we're at ad break, and I have 2 minutes before I'll get slapped with ads. So if this is lore or backstory, I don't want y'all to miss it. So don't forget to stretch, hydrate, take your meds, all that good stuff. And when we come back, we're gonna see what gossip Rin has about Alta, and if it's true or not. Let's see. BRB. This music is so funny with the Mass Effect. Yeah, it's like Mass Effect super serious, and this music is jaunty and like chill. Also, hi Kat, thank you for the resub. 59 months. That's so many months. We're actually coming up on our 5-year stream anniversary in May. I think it's May 16th or something like that. So we've been doing this for 5 fucking years. Yeah, I know, right? Where is the time gone? The answer is the pandemic kind of ate some of it, but like still 5 years is so much, right? But yeah, I hope you're doing 5 whole years without the W, you know? It's full of hole. That it sure is. I did say it's full of hole. Anyway, hello, it's Friday. It's gremlin hours here. But yeah, I am. So we're gonna find out. This guy has basically said, there is a story I have heard about you, and I simply must inquire whether it's true or not. Now let's see what Rin has on Alta. What gossip? What's the hot gossip here? And the mods are always innocent. They're always causing chaos in my chat, and I love them dearly for it. But let's see what this is. I also love that he's holding his tea, like his hands are so big and like he's very muscular. So I love that he's holding his tea with 2 fingers. Just thank you for this tiny cup of tea. I love that everyone clearly has their own tea drinking animation. And that's also very good. Not the random quote being Thanatos is the death we all want to smooch. It's true though. That's still very true. Something I can't wait for at some point this year. We're gonna get Hades 2 early, full release. So at some point this year. It might be later this year, but you know, at some point. Is it true you're into My Chemical Romance? Yes, it's true. The rumors are true. I did, in fact, love My Chemical Romance as a teenager. I was that emo kid. I'm Not Okay, I Promise was a baby's first emo song. No, that's not true. My first emo song was AFI's Silver and Cold. Anyway, let's see what is true or not about Alta. Are we ready? We could go, sure, go ahead. Let me stop you right there. It's true. Or let me stop you right there. It's false. Both of these give me great anxiety, so we're just going to say, sure, go ahead. But I really think that this is funny depending on like the energy and bravado you want to bring into the world. But I have none of that. So we're just going to be neutral and say, sure, go ahead. You were trained in sword combat by the old master Earnhardt, were you not? You see, there is a tale I've heard told a number of times about your training with him. I have heard it is said that at your graduation from his school, you boasted of your unparalleled skill. And apparently, Master Earnhardt, widely regarded as the foremost expert in modern sword combat, was so disgruntled by your hubris that he contrived to humiliate you. He personally challenged you to a longsword duel, his own preferred weapon, on your very graduation day. And I am told, Warrior Alta, that you in fact disarmed him right there in front of the student body. Of course, all who were in attendance would have been strictly ordered to never speak of it. But with you here in front of me, I simply must ask, is it true? I am ordered by oath to never speak of that situation. No, I'm going to say yes. What can I say? He got arrogant and I taught him a lesson. This feels like in line with Alta, as Alta, the sword fighter who wants to be better than everyone forever and ever for all time and not burn out ever. The top comment feels kind of in line with that character. While you were drinking tea, I was studying the blade. Oh my god. Cat, yes. Oh, that's so good. What can I say? He got arrogant and I taught him a lesson. So it is true. I will admit, I was hard pressed to believe it when I first heard, but as I look into your eyes now, I do not doubt that it is true. You speak with conviction. Thank you for indulging me. I promise I will not speak a word of it outside this conversation. You're welcome. I mean, that does tell you a lot about Alta, though, right? That she was so good that when her instructor was like, I'm going to put you in your place and knock you down a peg, she was not knocked down a peg, and she actively kicked his ass. Like, so she's really good at what she does. And maybe made that too much of her core personality. Not that I would know anything about that. Not that I've done that. Not that I've made writing a core component of my personality, and if someone rejects me, I get really sad. And I'm going to therapy to learn how to be normal about that. True story. Have I invested too much of my own sense of self into writing? Yes. Is it important to put a lot of yourself into creativity and creative work? Also, yes. Is that a really fine line to balance? Also, yes. Have I balanced it poorly? What balance? Yes. Okay, let's talk to this customer again. I must leave now. You are not your job. It's interesting, right? Sorry, I got into this conversation, but I kind of want to have a thinky thought about you are not your job. Because this does apply to creative work, right? It can apply to you are not what you create. Like, you can kind of apply that way, right? Like, you are not... What you output does not define you. You as a person, as a human, inherently have value and deserve to exist and just vibe and not be judged unless you're like a serial killer. Okay, there's an asterisk to this, obviously, but like for within reason. Starvin, hi, how goes balance? It goes. We're making attempts. Ooh, excuse me. I had a cough. My throat's been a little tickly as well because, as you can see, maybe you can't see super well. Sorry for my chair squeakies. There's a new computer back here. My partner Ronan or Ian built kind of on a whim, semi-whim. He saw that there was a graphics card that was available and it's kind of hard to get, and he really wanted it. So he went, hey, I go to Micro Center, I'm just gonna, and it's there. And it was meant to me, I'm gonna build a PC today. And I said, live your best life. He doesn't ever buy anything for himself. He doesn't treat himself. He treats me. And he treats me very kindly, and like he always buys me things. If I'm feeling sad, he'll buy me a whole fucking keyboard. If I'm really depressed, he'll get me a whole new phone case that has dragons with books on it and a pop socket that matches. Like, he is the most gift-giving guy to me, but not to himself. So when he was like, hey, I'm just gonna go get, if it's there, I'm just gonna build a new PC. I was like, please go do something for yourself. Yes. So we have a new PC back there. Where am I going with this? Well, I'm allergic to dust. And we're bad about cleaning our computers, which we really need to be better about. So let's just say there was a lot of dust in here yesterday. So I'm still kind of clearing it out of my system. I woke up this morning, just my nose was a little clogged. And I was just a little throat scratching. I was like, am I getting sick? I was like, oh no, there's just a dust bunny on the floor. That makes sense. So yeah, new PC, hell yeah. He can play Baldur's Gate now, which he's going to. And then also the new Assassin's Creed game and all that fun stuff. Because his old computer was my old computer and was struggling to run things. Yeah, and I have Kitty, so extra floof and dander, exactly. I went out this morning and the dust bunny I pushed out of my old computer had gained sentience overnight and attacked me. Yeah, they're just he had to get into a turn-based combat when he left the bedroom. You know, survived the dust bunny outside. It's no ordinary rabbit, no. But yes, back to this customer. Was my voice for him? Yes. Thank you for the tea. Yes, it was good. Yes. Okay. Goodbye. Bye. I don't know. He didn't tell me his name. Oh, this guy's back. I kind of like this guy's like, ha ha ha. Like he lives up here in the bravado zone. Because he swaggers like this. All right. How are you doing? Quite well. Thank you. In fact, I was just thinking I would make a request. Have you ever heard of silver moonlight tea? It is a variety that I drank once with the Vindian monks. The taste of it brought my tongue near to bursting. It was blisteringly potent. Is it the blister one? Yet when the feeling subsided, I experienced a tremendous oneness with myself and the world around me. I do not often wish for it, but at this moment, I find myself desiring a cup. Perhaps all this talk of passion has stoked my adventurous side, huh? Sure, how do I make it? How do you make it? The monks placed one messberry, one chip, one pale melon, and a mushroom, now the mushrooms are coming into play, into a pot of hot water. With dried tea leaves, of course. Is that too much to ask? Messberry, chip, pale melon, mushroom. Got it. Don't got it. Will not remember that. I have ADHD. I have already forgotten this list. But that's what the field guide is for. We're just getting it wrong until I get it right. Until he's fine. Thank you, Warrior Alta. You're welcome. I've already forgotten. Yeah, it's all gone already. He said messberry. They had pale melon. Messberry is something we haven't made yet. Can I even make these anymore? I think I can. Okay. Chip, messberry, pale melon, and a mushroom. Any mushroom. Hello, miss. Boro is having a thought, if you might indulge me. I love Boro, by the way. Is Ren's first name Kylo because he looks like Studley Muffin Adam Driver? I'm not gonna be John Oliver level thirsty about this. Okay, if you haven't seen Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, it is a running bit that John Oliver is like aggressively thirsty about Adam Driver, and this is the kind of shit that he says. Unyielding, yes. Yes to everything, to all of it. The unyielding, yes. I got an achievement for Adam Driver. We are the unyielding yes to Adam Driver, apparently. I'm glad the game agrees. Cool. But yeah. That was an amazing timing, actually. The unyielding yes to Adam Driver. There we go. That was very good. When our clearing changed, as you know, all of our plants were lost. I'm still not going to say what Ian said. Y'all can read it. Don't worry about it. Something about brooding mountains and rudely large men. It'll be fine. But I have noticed that the pictures inside the shop appear to have stayed exactly as they were before. Anything that was inside a picture frame is still here with us now. Therefore, I am thinking that perhaps it would be good to use the camera to build up some photo memories. After all, if we are going to once again lose our work, it would be nice to have something to remember it by. So, what if you are filling up our picture frames with some photographs? These might be photographs of anything. Boro is not meaning to suggest a particular subject. Is this something of interest to you? Alright, I'll do it. Hell yeah, more photos. Wonderful. Just a handful of photographs around the shop would feel simply wonderful, I think. Please come see me once you've put them up. I would love to know when you feel it is complete. Okay, let's go grab the camera. I want to take a picture of Boro at some point. But yeah, we can do... Hold on. This thing is stuck again. The animals changed. To cat. I don't know what that means. But that's where we live now. Okay. How do I use? Photo. Aww. Wait. I love that. That was really cute. Hold on. We're gonna put that here. That was a really adorable photo of Boro. Aww. Cute. Okay. We got a picture of Boro. Yeah. I'm so excited for Tree Daddy. I wet my plants. There you go. That's just Ian in a nutshell. Oops. What is this? Hello, book lovers. It's Book by Mail Club again. I have to say, it's been a long time since I received such a positive response to a book as with an edge of a bullet. I really liked it. So let's read another Dirk Warhard novel. This time it's The Fastest Bullet Alive. I hope you like it as much as Dirk likes justice. Later, Gators. Okay, no. Hold up. We're going to drink water for a second. We're going to read this Dirk Warhard novel. Hold on. This is important. All right. I've been hydrated. Okay, good backdrop. Good enough. Let's read. Are we ready for The Fastest Bullet Alive? A Dirk Warhard novel. It's Dirk time. Let's go. The location, outer space. The mission, Dirk Warhard going to outer space. The man, Dirk Warhard. Dirk Warhard knew only one thing about outer space. Anything you kill in space stays there for good. I mean, if you kill it in the atmosphere, it could let you know, it's fine. He couldn't remember where he had learned this piece of information, but it was about to save his life. 2 days ago, he had boarded a spaceship bound for the Global Alliance space station. Most field agents required extensive training to prepare for a mission to space, but Dirk Warhard was no ordinary agent. He'd completed the 3-week training program in a mere 6 hours, taught himself physics in order to build his own spaceship, and most importantly, he could hold his breath for up to 30 minutes at a time. This last point was important because Dirk Warhard didn't trust the government-issue spacesuit he'd been given. It was common knowledge that the government filled their spacesuits with government air, a type of air subsidized by the government for public use, and so it had inevitably been breathed by all manner of degenerates such as actors and theater performers and improv comedians. Wow. Ah, yes, the government air. That's true. I read that about space in a science class. See? If Starvin says it's true, then it's real. Also, how are you doing, Fawn? Please go follow Fawn in games. Fawn is amazing. I know you got further than me because I peeked in on your stream and I didn't recognize anything, so I ran away really quickly. But I hope you have been enjoying Wanderstop as well. This game is just so magical. It has so much fun, silly writing. Wait, does Dirk live in a world where air isn't free for public use? Yeah, it's very dystopian. Don't give the current dystopian American leaders ideas. Okay. Dirk Warhard trusted air that only he had ever breathed. And so throughout the mission, he had only allowed himself to breathe once every 30 minutes so as to consume as little of the degenerate air as possible. At this very moment, he had just taken one such breath. He was floating in space just outside the Global Alliance space station, fitted in his government-issue spacesuit. We already repeated this detail. Not 100 feet away, a vicious man named Commander Huntington was waiting, also floating in space. However, Commander Huntington was wearing perhaps the most elite spacesuit ever constructed, a fusion-powered, nanoparticle exoskeleton made from steel and magma, and designed by a man who didn't know how to love. What an amazing added detail. Mwah, poetic cinema right there. Dirk Warhard grimaced at the relative punniness of his own suit. Puniness, not punniness, oh my god. The relative puniness of his own suit as the government air rushed into his lungs, and he screamed as the horrific thoughts of mediocre community improv assaulted his mind. It is so punny. Commander Huntington smirked, aware of his obvious advantage. I see you, Dirk Warhard, he yelled. I see you and the pitiful equipment you've lugged up here. How could you ever consider yourself a match for my superior exoskeleton? As he said this, the exoskeleton blinked in a pattern of glowing green lights that looked like a snake, which Dirk Warhard thought was pretty cool. Face it, chuckled Commander Huntington. You've lost. Outer space belongs to me now, and with my unstoppable technology, I will rule over it like a king. Dirk Warhard wanted to yell back, well, you can't do all of that stuff if you're dead, but he knew that doing so could easily shave 10 minutes off his breath-holding time. So instead, he turned to someone who could do all the talking for him, his trusty handgun. Dirk Warhard pulled the handgun from its holster, pointed it at Commander Huntington, and squeezed the trigger. A bullet exploded out of his gun, raced towards Commander Huntington, and slowed to a complete halt, inches from Huntington's face. Commander Huntington burst into laughter. Well, it seems even the most famous Dirk Warhard is fallible. My exoskeleton emits a gravitational field that will slow your bullets to a complete halt. Do you see how useless it is to oppose me? I am invincible. And the lights on his suit showed the cool snake eating toxic waste and surviving. It was a terrible moment for Dirk Warhard. His gun had never failed before, and he had fired it over 1 million times at over 10 million people. Is that a good statistic? I don't think that's a good statistic. This book is amazing, right? The writing in this is so good. I cannot begin to compliment it enough. Again, from writer to writer, this is delightful. You'll never be able to shoot me, taunted Commander Huntington. Your bullets aren't fast enough. Oh, here's where the fastest bullet comes in. Suddenly, something sparked in Dirk Warhard's mind. The commander's words echoed in his ears. Your bullets aren't fast enough. His mind stirred, and a memory of himself as a young man suddenly flashed before his eyes. I love this, the flashback moment. I said your bullets aren't fast enough, Warhard. It was the voice of Hollister Madblack, Dirk Warhard's very first trainer. Madblack had been the one who'd shaped Dirk Warhard into the heroic agent of violent justice he would one day become. Madblack was a brutal teacher, unrelenting in his methods, and incredibly specific in his background knowledge of your insecurities. And on this particular day, Dirk Warhard had spent all afternoon at the firing range while Madblack berated him. Your bullets aren't fast enough, Madblack growled. You're pathetic. They've got all the intensity of a comatose infant dying of the plague underwater. Do it again. Wow. The young Dirk Warhard grimaced, his sweaty hands gripping the handgun, and he fired the gun once again with all his might. The bullet went fast. Really, really fast. But it wasn't fast enough for Madblack. I love how, somehow Dirk can control the speed of the bullet. Because that's how physics works, right? The bullet goes at a set speed. You don't like will it to go faster. No, 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 yelled Mad Black. Still too slow. My grandmother could hobble faster than this, and she's literally made of bricks. Do it again. Curve the bullet. Yeah, this is what's that called? Wanted, where they like with Angelina Jolie, and they just like curve the bullet, where they go like, whoo, which like is not how physics works. Dirk Warhard was nearly at his limit. He'd been shooting the bullets as fast as he knew how to, and it still wasn't enough. Dirk Warhard slumped his shoulders in resignation. Mad Black got right in his face. Now listen to me, Warhard. You aren't leaving this pristine, privately funded underground training compound until you fire a bullet so fast it leaves me in tears. And I've only cried twice, ever. So stand up, point yourself forward like a man, and fire the gun. A wave of determination swept over Dirk Warhard's face. He threw his shoulders back, raised his handgun into the air, and focused his mind on one single thing in the world that brought him true happiness and inspiration. Dirk Warhard. God. He grinned. As his finger clenched the trigger with every fiber of strength he had, he screamed at the top of his lungs, "I'm Dirk Warhard!" The bullet erupted from the gun, traveling at speeds he'd never known before. Hollister Mad Black smiled. That's it, Warhard. That's what I wanted to see. Again. Dirk Warhard fired the gun again, this time with even more strength than before. His fingers moved with a velocity he had never known in his life, slamming down onto the trigger. Oh my gosh. And that is the part of the physics in this story that doesn't add up. I mean, the physics seem fine to me. I guess this is how physics works in this world. How do physics? We just don't know. My name is Dirk Warhard, and I am Dirk Warhard. The bullet erupted from the gun at a blazing pace. Again and again he fired, each bullet faster than the one before. After nearly 9 hours of uninterrupted gunfire, Dirk Warhard at last paused and lowered his handgun. He turned to Hollister Mad Black with a single tear rolling down his cheek. Number 3, Warhard. Not bad. These words echoed in Dirk Warhard's memory as his mind raced back to the present moment where Commander Huntington continued to taunt him using the exact same words he'd already repeated like 5 or 6 times by now. Your bullets aren't fast enough to defeat me, Dirk Warhard. Dirk Warhard smiled. He gripped the handgun like you'd grip a beloved friend and pointed it at the commander, who simply laughed. Go ahead, try your best. Dirk Warhard closed his eyes and thought deeply about the one thing in this world that he truly loved, the source of all his inspiration, the only man whose air he'd willingly breathe, and the only family member who had never sold his personal information to a country we're at war with, Dirk Warhard. A warmth filled him from within, circling his body before traveling downward into his finger. It was as though his finger was moving all on its own, unencumbered by any burden of life or physics, like a being of pure light traveling in an imperfect world. His finger squeezed the trigger with more strength, more velocity, more momentum than any man alive knew was possible. Nobody had ever fired a gun like this before. Nobody. With a deafening crack, the bullet fired directly at Commander Huntington. For a split second, Huntington felt a genuine shock that he may have been outmatched. And then, nothing. No reaction at all. Commander Huntington was perfectly fine. Ha! He laughed. You missed! The famous Dirk Warhard fires the shot of a lifetime, and he misses? Unbelievable. Huntington couldn't stop himself. He doubled over with laughter. But Dirk Warhard didn't seem to mind. In fact, the faintest grin danced across his face. Commander Huntington laughed and pointed at Dirk Warhard in mocking derision until suddenly he was seized by a very unusual feeling. What was this feeling exactly? It was as though the exoskeleton was gripping him just a bit less tightly than usual. In fact, he was starting to feel as though there were no exoskeleton. Not merely that the exoskeleton had been destroyed, but that it had never existed at all. Dirk Warhard had hit exactly what he'd aimed at. The bullet had erupted from the gun at such an unbelievable velocity that it couldn't be contained by the very fabric of space around it. It shredded through reality, setting quantum matter alight in its wake, and in doing so, it pierced the veil of time. A bullet traveling so fast, it traveled backward in time, backward a minute, then an hour, then a day. Years began to fly by, and the bullet lost no momentum. It soared through the years until at last it found its destination. The steel and magma laboratory where the exoskeleton had been constructed, honed, and refined in its design by the scientists who didn't know how to love. Decades of work and research had culminated in the unstoppable exoskeleton that Commander Huntington wore today. Yet, here at the start of it all, Dirk Warhard's bullet re-entered the fabric of space. It flew straight and true into the liquid explosive core of the facility, generating a spark that blew the entire thing to pieces. No exoskeleton would ever be constructed here, that much was certain. Now, in the present moment, Dirk Warhard watched as Commander Huntington grasped and flailed at the empty space surrounding his body, where the exoskeleton had been just moments ago. As Commander Huntington scowled at him in a combination of spiteful fury and suffocating, Dirk Warhard couldn't help but laugh. Dirk Warhard had always despised the past, but today it had saved his life. He knew it would cost him precious air, but he was too swept up in the emotion. He turned to outer space and yelled, "My name is Dirk Warhard, and I will defeat the past even if it takes the rest of my life." And then he laughed and laughed until inevitably he had to breathe again. As he inhaled, the horrific thoughts returned of good-natured community actors just trying to get a leg up in their highly competitive industry. He shuddered in disgust, but somehow it didn't bother him. Here in space, watching as Commander Huntington suffocated or whatever he was doing over there, Dirk Warhard felt certain that he had made his old trainer proud, and that was all that mattered. Somewhere in the past, Hollister Madblack smiled ever so slightly and nodded in glowing approval as another tear ran down his cheek, his calloused, stubbled cheek. Number 4. Not bad, Warhard. Not bad. End. The end. Amazing. I have no notes. This is poetic cinema. I very much would love all of these to be made into like real little books that I could put on my shelf. This is iconic. Also, sorry, Sahana, you had to lurk in the middle of that. Hi, bye. Hey, Kwemi, hello. Thank y'all for coming along that narrative journey with me. Homer would be jealous. He so would. This, like the Odyssey hopes to move over. Dirk Warhard is here. Just saying. I'm gonna take a second real quick to hydrate again. That was a lot of reading. Whew, okay. I'm back. Sorry, I was just like, I just chugged water. That was really fun though. Oh my God. Hydrate because we are all thirsty for Dirk Warhard. We so are. I'm thirsty for whatever confidence Dirk Warhard possesses. Like, give me the confidence of that man, honestly. In my reverie of reading that, I have forgotten everything we were supposed to do for Ren. Yeah, I think is there like a tasks? Pour the water, heat the water. Okay, we already know that. Is there like a request? There we go. Okay, cool. We have a request section so that kind of what do you call it? Gives you an understanding of who wants what. So now there's a messberry, chip, pale melon, and a mushroom. So I need to remember how the heck to make a chip. Oh wait, it's also in my feel good. Hold on. Yeah, chip is just all blue seeds. Can I jump? No. I'm guessing it has something to do with tea. Just a guess. I don't know where you could have possibly guessed that. It's a mystery. Also, I hope everyone's doing good. Thank you for coming along with me on that narrative journey. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it wasn't too much, but it was very fun. Oh, there we go. Actually, I might take a picture of this little garden once I get rid of... Why are all the weeds? Weeds do be weeding today. Ooh. Like, look how much. These have just been growing. Hold on. I would have been mad to not hear the rest of that story, right? It was so good. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that long because the economics one was slightly shorter, but they're very fun. Oh, there's mushrooms in here. Cool. Oh my God. I'm just spamming the snip button. Why are there so many? Please be gone. I wish to look pretty in the photo. What is that? What is that? Oh, it's a little burb. Oh, I'm sad that's gonna go away. What are you? It's just a rock? Ooh, it's a geode, I think. No. Is that... rocks or pasta? I think it's rocks. I'm like, is that pasta? Is it pasta geode? The possibilities are infinite. I know I punned. When the streamer puns, it's doubly effective. It's a fake, an imposter. Oh, we got... Okay, so sometimes these come back. We got this trinket last time, too. Sometimes they come home. Keep stashing stuff on accident rather than using it. Oh, I found a little guy. And a seed. That'll be very useful. Oop, and another little guy. Okay, hold on. We're gonna leave everything that drops and like come pick it up when I'm done with all of it. Is that an orb? Oh my god. And another seed. And a pot. So, cutting all this stuff is useful. And another mug. We have to ponder the orb. Oh god, I cut the mushroom. No, no, no. Oh no! I cut a mushroom. That's so sad. No, I cut another mushroom. Okay, I gotta be careful around the mushrooms. It's really easy to cut those. Is that a pasta or a geode? I was not expecting to hear that. Sometimes you gotta ask yourself the real question. Okay, we have like a bunch of stuff. My pocket is full. Okay, let's go see where we can put all this and come back. Hi, Boro. Bye, Boro. And we'll go talk to Nana, because Nana has something. Okay, hold on. That. I love our dishwasher is just the centipede thing. And they come out clean on this side, and it's super cute. Where... Oh yeah, hold on. I need to get rid of a couple other things. I have a ton of trinkets and stuff. I can just... where's the... Okay, so this works. You can just put stuff on the shelves, which is kind of cute. The rock there. Herb! Fun fact, the burb. So my brain has been kind of focusing on not the novel it should be. I call them my star dragons. That trilogy is still doing well. I'm finally getting over my writer's block. Or getting through it, not over it. But my brain is like giving me a ton of ideas for the next novel, which is a good thing, I think, actually. And of course, the next one is a fantasy book with burbs and burb people and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I was listening to Daft Punk yesterday and just got a whole cutscene in my head about like love interests and stuff. And like, it's going to be like a reverse Indiana Jonesy heisty thing, but like set in a fantasy world. And it was like very specific, but also very not. So it was kind of like watching a cutscene, but you've left your glasses off because I'm severely nearsighted. So everything was just super blurry. I was like, this is both specific and yet not. And why are we both? I'm going to leave this pot here, actually. Gonna drop it here because it's by the garden. So actually having a pot here will be useful. It's called a palantir. Oh my god. Okay. For those of you who don't know Lord of the Rings, the palantir is like the orb that Merry ponders that you shouldn't have. Or is it Pippin? It was Pippin. Sorry, my bad. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan. I almost tried to put the palantir onto the dishwasher. We're gonna put this here. We have to gaze into this orb. I love that. Anyway, I'm sure it's fine and not connected to the Dark Lord of anything. I'm sure it's totally okay. Okay, while we're here, let me get one of these mushrooms. Gift shroom. I don't know what a gift it is, but we're gonna put it. I'm gonna drop it over on the platform in here because we have so many ingredients that we need. Just gonna drop it here. What else was it? Requests. Okay, so we need a mushroom, a pelmelon, a chip, which I do have. A chip. We're just gonna drop all the things that I need here so I know I have it. A chip, mushroom. I need a palmelon and a messberry. I don't know that I know how to make either of those. No. Yeah, okay, the messberry and the palmelon are the two that I don't have. Let's see. Let's go explore. Go water some plants and see what we get. Whoop, hold on. Fluffin has a package. Take it. Free it. Good job. Good little guy. Well, good Pluffin. We're gonna pet that Pluffin. Good job. Return the package. Get in the mailbox. Oh, sorry. Back to the garden. Let's see. It was a pink one in the middle. So, wrong thing. Pink one in the middle. And I guess we'll try a yellow on the outside. I keep pressing the wrong things. Don't worry about it. A yellow on the outside. See what that gets me. How you make bigger plants is you do this sort of a triangle formation and you make a plant egg, which makes total sense. I don't think plant eggs are a bizarre concept or anything. What do you mean? Then you get a plant egg and you water it and it hatches. It's a plague, yeah. Like, what's not to understand about a plague? We love a plague. Eggs are great. Excuse me, adjusting my back, my lower back. I keep also holding my controller very low and like smacking it on my desk. All right. Well, that's pretty. This might be what I need. I think it is. Yeah, okay. Palmelon. Hell yeah. Then we needed palmelon and a messberry. Messberry. I guess that's the blue. Oh, what would you be? Hold on. So that's blue and pink. Blue and pink. Okay, those are all the yellows in the middle. So I guess it's gotta be a blue and a yellow on the outside. I'm also gonna take a picture of this garden when I'm done because it's super cute. Assuming anyway. Yellow is the only new combination that I... Let's see if I'm right. Oh, that looks correct. Hell yeah. I love the sound it makes when you water. It's like... Yay! Okay, we have everything that we need. Perfect. We're so good at tea making. Let's go back. Put all this stuff up here. Drop it. And then it also needed a palmelon. We'll drop that. And then we have a tea ball. We'll drop that too. Okay. So let's get going. I think that was everything. If not, then, well, I'll get it wrong, and that's fine. It's okay to get things wrong in this game. You can just go replant it. There's no penalty for that. The only penalty, I guess, would be I don't want to waste too much time since we're only streaming for 3 hours, so that means I only have about 2.5 hours with this game today. So I don't want to waste too much time, but it's also just fine. It's not the end of the world. Only 3 hours, that's true. It's not only, but okay. Chuck it. Tea. Nope. Palmelon. That's a long stream. It's funny because a lot of people consider that a shorter stream. I don't want to waste too much time on the wrong tea. I don't want to waste. I don't know if that's what you were going for. That's where my brain went. Stop comparing to others. Compare to you. That's a good point. Always so hard, right? Also, this is a really funky tie-dye color. Oh, that's 100% what I was going for. Hell yeah. Oh, I don't have a teacup. Hold on. I'm glad I intuited that correctly. This is a funky looking plant. Like cup. Let's use that. This looks funky. I like it. Yeah, that looks interesting. Um, we're gonna hope I did this right. The colors look funky, so I think I did it correctly. If not, well, that's fine. This cup is so, the hole. You have to do all tea in one go as a lot gets wasted. It's yeah, I can do a little less, but the waste, it doesn't really waste so much as it goes to the greenery. So for all the tea you waste, it spawns a little flower. So you're kind of pouring it into the plant as a byproduct, which is cool. So you don't really have to worry about if you're pouring too much or too little. Where is this person? There he is. All right, Ren, let's see if I did this correctly. Neat, yes. Okay, there was a messberry, there was a chip, there was a pell melon, and a mushroom. So let's see. Did I do this correctly? Let's find out. Fingers crossed. Here it is. Silver moonlight tea. Oh, very good. Let's have a taste. Little. Huh? My goodness. My goodness. What an invigorating rush to the senses. Ah, well done, Warrior Alta. A cup of silver moonlight tea that would make the Vindian monks proud. Yes, that's what I want to hear. Woof, it is truly a sensation like no other on this planet. A tea that is not for the faint of heart. Yet already I can feel it calming me from within, alighting my truest sense of self. Ah, what a remarkable sensation. I feel alive, truly. I was not expecting to have this particular drink today. Here's to pleasant surprises. Thank you. A faint of fart, you mean? Cat's just like... We've got the puns and the chaos today. Don't you worry. I love that. Thank you. All right. Well, I mean, we did it, gamers. That was... that was it. That was like the hardest tea I've ever had to make. And we did that. And he immediately just chucked the cup. I was like, how to ban one of my own mods? Never. No. Mods are the backbone of this community, and I stand by that. Without our puns, what would we have? Oh, wow. Okay, my snail just got covered in dirty cups. It wouldn't be the first time. I did accidentally ban Komodo that one time. Sorry, Komodo. My bad. It's okay. I got like banned in someone else's chat. I think it was Brian's chat. I got banned once on accident by somebody. He was serious. Accidentally banned me. I think I also accidentally banned Komodo too. I feel like that's just a trend with Komodo. I don't know why. Oh, parcel. The person who put my lost parcel in the mail. Thank you for the good deed. You returned my parcel when it would have been easy to walk off with it yourself. The package contained a sacred cloak, the only one of its kind and valuable to me. I have attached a photograph of myself wearing the cloak to show you its majesty. Without your generosity, I would be truly lost. Thank you again, Olivia the Owlmancer. Oh, you're welcome, Olivia. Hold on, we gotta go look at this picture. Picture is important. Olivia looks cute. How do I find a picture? Hold on. Oh, I can't see it. Hold on. I need a bigger frame. One moment. Oh, look at her. So Olivia, I would like to steal your cloak, right? Look at her. I love it. I wish to meet Olivia. Oh, that's so cool. Okay. Yes, I would like to steal. How do you steal cloak without being an asshole? Oh, again, we're back. Okay. Warrior Alta. A thought has just now occurred to me. Dangerous. I've had a bit of time to rest and to recover, and I am feeling wonderfully restored. Please, won't you spar with me a bit? I was waiting for this. Would you do me an incredible... You would do me an incredible honor. In fact, there is a new form of approach that I've been developing, which I wish to show you. To think, I would get to share my techniques with the great Warrior Alta. I could not have dreamed. What do you say? Right here in the clearing would be just fine. Actually, I can't fight. I'm not able to. Can't fight? What do you mean? Oh god, how do I explain this? I came to these woods looking for training. Training with Master Winters. Wait, are you telling me this is the very forest where the great Master Winters retired? Yep, it is. Incredible! It seems fate truly has steered me along a blessed path. Oh, but please do continue your story. We shall speak of your training later. So anyway, for some reason I was looking for her. My body started to fail me. So it's my sword. I can't carry my sword at all. That's why it's over there on the tree stump. I've tried, but I don't know. I feel totally fine otherwise. I just can't lift the sword. It's, yeah, I don't know what's going on. Called burnout. So I'm really sorry, but I don't think I can spar with you right now. Warrior Alta, please. I admire your modesty, but with all due respect, truly you are mistaken. I have observed you tending to this shop, and you are the very picture of a pluffin with a dirty mug, but... A pluffin was with a dirty mug, just walked by. And you are the very picture of health. No, I am very certain that it is somehow a mistake. Ooh, bad answer, buddy. I don't like when people tell you, you look so good. Like, there have been days where I have been burnt out, run ragged. I feel terrible. But I am able to put on a mask for other people. There's so many times in my life where I've just been, like, on the floor, you know? And because I'm really good at just kind of keeping this face, right? I feel like a lot of people don't believe me when I say it's that bad, including like medical professionals. And I'm like, yeah, I'm in like a 6. They're like, but you seem so like well coordinated. Like you seem fine. Your readings are fine. You seem fine. And I'm just like, I'm in a ton of pain. You know what I mean? Like, so like it, don't tell people this. Like, well, you look fine. Like, yeah, but there's a lot that could be going on that you aren't seeing. So if someone tells you they just can't do something, like, yeah, I was gonna say, listen to people when they tell you their health conditions, my dude. Exactly that. Also, Maderico, welcome on in. How about if we begin to spar lightly? Perhaps you simply need to feel the rush of combat again. Once we are able to fight as equals, I am certain your strength will return to you. No, I'm supposed to be resting. So here's where we're gonna do a little bit of character growth. I feel like Alta, as Alta was when she first came here, would say, yeah, that sounds good, let's do it. But this Alta is supposed to be learning to rest. So I feel like I want her to try to do a little character growth and say, no, we're supposed to be resting. So we're supposed to be resting. Resting? But you don't understand. The two of us were fated to meet here. Are you to tell me that is not destiny? Are you to tell me that that is not destiny, that I would happen upon the world's greatest fighter here at the exact moment when I myself am seeking to better myself and my combat abilities? There is no doubt in my mind. I was brought here to learn from you. Please, I beg of you, can you summon any strength that we might test each other in sparring? No, I can't. Sorry. Good job saying no. I really like Wanderstop. Me too. I've been enjoying this as somebody who is kind of dealing with burnout from college and having to slow down in my life and kind of take a different direction. Like, this game has like really been very topical for me. It's just been very good. So yeah, I like it a lot. Also, have a good lurk, Amalia. I hope the meeting isn't too bad. And Ren, don't make it about you, right? I hate it. I hate how weak I feel right now. It's not weakness, you're just tired. I can't. Warrior Alta, you are too modest. It's not modesty. You say that you are weak, yet I can see an undeniable passion in your eyes. The fire in your heart, it is indomitable, no matter these current circumstances. No. There is simply a misunderstanding. Your heart is testing you, and you must be brave. I mean, you can still have a passion for things and be tired. Both of these statements can be true. My heart has nothing to do with it, Ren. I literally can't lift my sword out of the ground. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, I understand. A tremendous setback has crossed your path. But our setbacks define us. We are our truest selves when we are being tested. No, I don't like that. So here's the thing. Ren, yeah, that's not how it works. We live in the US in particular, we live in a very puritanical, historically like Christian upbringing. This isn't a knock on that. I promise this will make sense in a second. So like growing up, for example, I was constantly told that if something got in your way, it was just a test. God was just testing you. Life was just testing you, and you're going to come out on the other side of it. And that on its face, especially if you're able-bodied, you know, if you don't think about it too hard, that might seem well-intentioned. But then if you think about it, it's actually kind of terrible, because that means that if you fail this test, that you morally, personally have somehow failed, when it could be a health thing. It could be you got fired and your rent was due and your bills stacked up too fast and now you're out of a house and a job, and somehow you failed a test there. You know what I mean? Like there is no morality attached to things that happen to you in life, unless you directly like punch someone in the face, and then okay, maybe you've deserved whatever happens to you. But you know, like or sometimes you need to punch somebody in the face because they're a fascist. So sometimes it's good. But yeah, have you never heard of the phrase, the spirit is willing but the flesh is weak? Have you never seen Futurama? But yeah, like you are not your truest self when you're being tested. Sometimes life is just throwing things at you, and that is not a sign of your character. We are not characters in a narrative. Life is not that. We love to assign narratives to our life, and sometimes those define our life and give our life value. But like, if you basically say, I am a failure of a person because I failed a test and I'm being weak, you're attaching a morality that isn't there, and also hurting yourself for nothing. Like, that's not reality. So it's something I've literally have had to go to therapy for this, because I was so ingrained in me. And I've had so many health things. So not to get too personal, like I promise I will not. I'm going to try to be a little vague, but I got cancer when I was a kid, when I was a teenager. And everyone was like, this is just a test. You just have to get through this. You're just being tested. Think about what you're saying when you tell a kid who got cancer that. You know what I mean? Like, that's like a very extreme version, but like, man, it really did a number on me, because then there's no morality attached to if you get cancer or not. So I had to learn that the hard way. And so like when I see this, it's like, you really shouldn't tell people that it's just a test of their reflexes. That's a Final Fantasy 14 joke if you get that. So yeah, that's kind of like a little bit of a heavier moment for you there, but like I really think that a test of your tree flexes, yeah. This game really like goes there, and I really like it. Also, I see the ads. We're gonna get through this conversation really quickly and then go to another BRB. But yeah, this is a test of your determination, a test of your reflexes, of your will. You must not give up, no matter the cost. It is okay to give up on something. It is okay. You can pivot to something else. It is not weak to just kind of leave something alone for a while. Just say, please do not give up on the warrior spirit. It doesn't have to do with that. Anyway, but I've already tried. Is it possible I'll seriously hurt myself if I keep going? We're gonna ask this when we come back. We seem to BRB a lot in the middle of conversations with Ren, but I have like 2 minutes before y'all get slapped with ads. And yeah, what does that say about the kids who didn't survive? Exactly, Kikwame. Or just anybody who like goes through something very serious in life and they fail to get through it for any number of reasons that have nothing to do with who they are as a person. But anyway, so that's why I hate that. And this game is very clearly calling that out, and also hates that. Like, the writers are also saying, hey, there's no morality attached to this. But anyway, I have 1 minute and 35 seconds before an ad slaps y'all. So stretch, hydrate, meds, all the good stuff. And we're gonna continue having this conversation with Ren when we get back. Again, we keep BRBing in the middle of Ren conversations today. But yeah, BRB. All right, I'm back. I'm sorry. I need to tell y'all everything that just transpired. We went so far into that BRB. Y'all saw the Bidoof butt. So I have found the holy grail of chips for me. They are sweet potato chips with avocado oil and just a little bit of salt. Why this is a holy grail for me? I have really sensitive blood pressure, so like normal sodium amounts spike my blood pressure really badly. Normal potato, like starchy stuff, spike my blood pressure badly, and I have a sunflower allergy. And a lot of chips lately, the latest trend, not for a good chunk of time, has been to use sunflower oil, or like a combination. You'll see like on the package, it'll say like canola oil and or safflower oil and or sunflower oil. So they just kind of use all of it. They're you know, it's one of those three. Spin the dice. Good luck if you, or spin the wheel rather. Good luck if you get the ones with sunflower. Your mouth's gonna be really itchy. So I don't get to eat chips very often, but we found these like sweet potato chips with avocado oil and like a very minor salt. They're fucking delicious. I love sweet potatoes. They do not fuck up my blood pressure, and they're delightful. So like I have a new problem, which is I finally found the holy grail of chips for me, and I can now consume chips again. At least a little bit. Like I have to still moderate, obviously. It's hard to do that. Anyway, why is this important? Because I went out there and immediately started snacking on them, and I dropped like 50 of them, and I had to run back in here and I just look at Ian and I was like, I'm sorry, as I had like a mouthful of chip just like crammed into my mouth, and like one of them like fell. So shout out to Ian, who has to pick up after my gremlin ass sometimes. Also Lady Luck, hi. Good to see you. Lady Luck very kindly like talked to me about marketing things the other day, and it made me feel very good. So we had a very good conversation about like marketing trajectories. And I deeply appreciate you taking the time to do that. I didn't get that internship, unfortunately, but they are gonna contract me. So they were impressed enough with my writing skills and my marketing experience already that they are gonna, even though I didn't get the internship, they're gonna contract me for like blog writing and SEO stuff. So not a total loss. Actually, the contracting would be really nice because they said that they have a lot of like content basically that they want to output for the next 2-3 years. Like they have like a timeline. So for 2 or 3 years, I have like consistent stuff that they're like, yeah, we'd love to work with you just regularly. So that'll be really useful while I go part-time to college, because then I have part-time flexible contract stuff. So like not a net loss. Yeah, I didn't get the internship, but they were impressed enough with me that they want to work with me for however long I want to work with them. So that's I think that's a pretty good result, all things considered. So I was a little sad about not getting the internship, but maybe this works out better because I get a summer break this way, so I can do contracting on like however much I can handle. And this means I get to kind of slow down and work on my blood pressure stuff and get an anti-anxiety med going so I can keep the blood pressure spikes from like spiking too badly. So I'm still in the process of figuring that out. Because I have something called dysautonomia. So my spikies are very spiky. When I'm stressed, my blood pressure just goes into space. So we're trying to figure out how to keep it from doing that so I can continue to live. Be great. But yeah, getting something is still worth it. Yeah, and they were really sweet about it. So like, yeah, and I get to start contracting like next week. So this is a little more income for me. It was really nice. The pay is not like amazing, but it's not terrible. So, and it's again, more than I had before. So I'll take it. It's a step in the right direction, and it still gets to go. Leah pointed this out earlier. It still gets to go on the resume. I still get to put it on my resume, and that's still a point. So yeah. But yes, let's return back to this conversation we were having with Ren. He doesn't believe me when I say that I don't know that I can pick up the sword. Me being Alta, and Alta, of course, as we all know with Wanderstop, is she cannot pick up her sword. She's hit like maximum burnout. She's hit that point of if you keep going, you will seriously harm yourself. Because I think that's something people don't realize about burnout, is that if you keep going and you keep going, eventually your body, something in your body will give. And sometimes that can be quite spectacular. Like it can be pretty intense. I hate all of this combo. You got to believe in people when they tell you where they're at. Yes, Rex, this. We were talking before the break that, you know, it's really tough when people just say, oh, well, you look fine. This is just a test. And it's like, no, there's no morality assigned to the hurdles we go through in life. You are not a hero on the hero's journey. This isn't like some narrative arc meant to test you. You can take positives and negatives out of something. Like you can look at the narrative of it and go, oh, well, I can choose to take the narrative of this is just something I have to try to get through. And maybe I can learn from it. But if you go, oh, this is just a test that I have to pass or else I fail, that is a completely different statement. I know they might sound kind of similar, but that is like a one-track shot to depression and burnout. If you go, I'm a failure for just struggling to navigate life and the things that happen to you that are not in your control, you're gonna have a bad time. So yeah, I think this game, the writers of this game have been through it. They've been through burnout. They've been to the therapy. They've been through it. And I kind of respect it. 100% on all this was lurking and cooking and just nodding my head to everything you said. I'm so glad. Sometimes I worry when I rant too long. I'm like, I hope this isn't like annoying, but I do have big feelings about when somebody doesn't listen to you. When you're telling them where you're at, like you said, that's a great way of putting it. Like, here's where I am. If you say, no, you're mistaken, that's like, okay, well. But yeah, I do like that there's the option to go, but what if I'll never be able to fight again? I don't even think that what if is helpful to ask him, because he's just going to be like, oh, you will, because he doesn't believe that it's that bad. So I do like but is it possible I'll seriously hurt myself if I keep going? Because yes, the answer is yes. Seriously hurt yourself? Ha. Am I speaking to the greatest warrior alive or to a mere novice? See, now Ren has some experience to learn. Maybe he should learn from this experience that you can't just like tank main your way through everything. I know it's so tempting to do that. Personally, love to tank main everything as much as possible, but you can't always tank your way through or just shove your way through everything. Sometimes you have to learn to chill out. Combat is your passion, your life. You have internalized every possible method of keeping yourself safe. No, I am certain that a warrior of your acumen would never allow herself to be injured like that. It is unthinkable. And it's extra frustrating that they're all well-intentioned and trying to encourage us. Yeah, it's like, I appreciate the intent, but this is not at all helpful. I do think that's what the game is driving at. Yes, 100%. This is 100%. Like, we're talking about the theme that the game is definitely like putting down. Ren is here to learn. He's here to learn that workout routines need rest days. Yeah. And learn to think better, Ren. Ren, learn to be considerate. Maybe that's what you're learning here. But then I need to figure out what's wrong with me first. I'm in no condition for combat right now. Warrior Alta, you and I are as brethren to one another. We are in this together. He's also projecting a lot on us. I promise I will fight by your side until we have cured whatever ails you. Ah, there it is. Oh, okay, we're gonna TLDR rant. It's gonna be the shortest cancer rant. I promise. I will TLDR this. You can't cure certain things. Some things are not curable. Some things are not fixable. Some things you just have to work around, and that is the end of that. Cool. Okay, moving on. No, something that's really difficult when people say, "Oh, but you're cured." When I say, "Oh, I'm in remission," and I'm like, "I'm in remission. I had lymphoma, the blood cancer, so that means that there is a good chance that it could come back." On top of that, I've been chemoed and radiated this whole side. So now, because this has been radiated, and I've had chemotherapy and stuff, I could get thyroid cancer, I could get skin cancer, and I could get breast cancer. These are just like the long-term side effects that you could get from keeping you alive in the moment. That's because that's where we're at with cancer treatment. So when I go, no, I'm not cured, this is for life, people get really awkward really fast. And you can apply this to other chronic illness things as well. A number of other disabilities are not curable. Another of other neurodivergence is not curable. There are people who are like, oh, well, you can just cure yourself of your anxiety. That's not how brains work. So, you know, it's kind of one of those, when someone brings out the word, oh, we can just cure it, I immediately, we are at odds. Like, I'm about to sit down and educate you. Like, no, there are some things that are genuinely curable. And I would love if certain things like cancer, there are some cancers that can be considered cured, like if you completely remove it, but a good percent of them are not. And I would love to the point where we get to a point in medical technology where that is not the case, where we can legitimately cure somebody of it. But we're not there yet. So like, if I could like impart anything to any of y'all, if you ever like, and most of y'all know this already, but it's one of those, my big thing in my heart is that like, if you ever encounter somebody with a disability or like cancer and they're like, oh, I'm in remission, don't say, oh, you're cured. Absolutely, they are not. They have to deal with the long-term ramifications of like checkups, making sure there are no other things. Like, it is for life. And I think that's something a lot of people don't realize. And it can be kind of like, there's no curing some things. So that's my TLDR on some things are just not curable and some things cannot be fixed. And that is okay. It's not okay in that it sucks sometimes and that can be hard, but it is okay in that you can still have a life. It might not be the life you envisioned. It might not be the life that you're happy with sometimes. It doesn't mean you can't have a life and like live and enjoy and have a good life. You know what I mean? You don't need to be cured to be happy. Okay, soapbox down. Moving on. Like, all right, I've gotten off my little podium. Thank you for coming to Val's talk about when someone talks about being cured in relation to other things. Thank you. Yeah, going back to religion a bit, I used to pray all the time for God to heal my issues. He answered my prayer with the psych who said, you have anxiety, try these meds. Yeah, and to add the religion element to it, because again, we do live in a society that's very Christian, and they do have that. And if you have that faith and that helps you, I'm not knocking that. Don't take that the wrong way. But it can also be used very much like people can get very like, well, God can cure it. And it's like, or no. Like, so there's other things that, or there's other ways that can work. It doesn't have to be a cure to be fixed, you know? So it's kind of one of those things. But yeah, okay. Soapbox down. Sorry, but also thank you for listening. I hope that resonates with somebody. Allow me to meditate on this. I will come back to you when I have a proposal. God can cure it. Well, he kind of hasn't. Yeah, like, but it's also one of those, you still have to use the tools that are available to you. You can't just go, it'll work out, and keep going in the opposite direction. Like, you have to use medical technology that we have currently available. You can't just go, oh, it'll be fixed, and like sit there. That's not how prayer works in any religion or any faith. It's not how it works. So you have to like do things. But yeah. Okay, I will come back to you when I have a proposal. Thanks. I'm like, is this a thanks? I don't know. But like, he's got the intent, like he's got the spirit. His heart's in the right place. I just think he's going about it the wrong way, and we're gonna probably end up having a conversation with him about that. But that was a lot of serious conversation. Again, thank you for indulging me on that. I do have a lot of big opinions on health and cure and things like that. So let's talk to capitalism grandma, because she's always kind of very hilarious. Hey, Nana, anything you need? Anything I need? You bet your behind there's something I need. I need respect. I need devotion. I need a proper cult-like worshiping. I see nothing wrong with, yep. I need a well-structured tax haven and the assurance of no paper trail whatsoever. Okay, Nana, same. Brian, hi. Can you to shut up for Urban Bohemian? Yes, who doesn't need any of those things? His heart is in the right place, which is good to know for targeting if you do take up the sword again. Rex, yes. I need everyone except me to chill the hell out for once. I meant, like, do you need any tea? Weird. I need all those things too. I love both of these. I meant, like, tea. Ah, you think I got where I am today by drinking tea? Not a chance. I've rejected every tea I've ever been offered, and it's worked out great. Fantastic. Thanks, Nana. I definitely don't feel any more useful than before. Don't be useful. Dumpsters are useful, and nobody wants to be around a dumpster. Okay, hold on, but Grandma's right. Actually, speaking of which, let me pawn off some of my garbage to you. I picked up these seeds a few days ago. Turns out they're all defects. They don't make plants at all. They grow into weird statues and nonsense like that. Seeds growing into statues? Haven't you ever heard of laws of physics? Gotta get rid of them now. Need to clear the inventory. Pick one of them to take. If they're garbage, why can't I have all three? Because it would paint me as a halfway generous person. We can't have that. Even one piece of trash is almost too good for you. Let alone three. You take one of them off my hands and be grateful. A cosmic orb, a tribute to bugs, Luffins of Marvel. I kind of need the cosmic orb. We're pondering the orb a lot. When planting anything in the ground, use LB to rotate the preview. Oh, fun. Oh. Fun. Okay. Oh, an orb we can indeed ponder. That's perfect. I love it. Not gonna lie, I kind of love Nana. Yeah, I'm guessing this is how you get back old statues. Oh, that's a great point. Well, we have an orb to ponder now. But yeah, Nana's pretty fun. She's kind of ridiculous and I love her for it. Okay, was there anything else I needed to do? Take some photos with the camera. Oh yeah, I want to go take a photo of all the hanging plants that I took. Ooh. Oh, sorry, hold on. Maybe at this angle. Yeah. Okay, no, we're not great at photography with this little camera. Let me, oh, the zoom is like, it's zooming, I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Did it, oh, it just straight up drops the photo, okay. Well, I want to put some of these up in photos for Boro so that Boro will have memories of his plants because he specifically was very sad about the hanging plants not being there anymore. So I want him to have that. How do I get to that? Satisfactory numbers. We are going to have to let you go. I don't know what that means. How do I get to this? Oh, okay. That's how it goes to the side. Took a pick of Boro's booty because he's built like a bakery. You're so valid. You were so valid for that. I respect it. Sorry, that's borrowing built like a bakery for future statements. There we go. That works. Okay, so we need 1, 2, 3, 4-ish more, it looks like. There's some more photo frame. 5 photo frames left. We don't need to fill them all, but I would like to. Oh, a friend, a new friend. Okay, hold on. Welcome to Wanderstop. It's a tea shop. Look, cute little bat friend. Tea. Oh goodness. You see, in my hometown, we're forbidden to drink tea, so yeah. But it sounds like we aren't in your hometown. Right, of course, that's true. But, well, it's just that they said it's forbidden and no tea ever and that sort of thing, so yeah, it wouldn't be allowed, you know. I couldn't. Well, bye. It sounds to me like you definitely want tea. What? No. No. What? No. What kind of tea do you want? What kind of tea? Do I get to pick? Yeah, like, what do you want me to put in the tea? I guess, oh gosh, how about books? Perfect, love books. Books, book tea coming right up. I don't know that books, how would one make a book tea? That's cute though. Book tea coming right up. I see no problems with this. Great. Cool. How do I make a book tea? Book tea. Okay, hold on. Makes you nostalgic for something you have never actually experienced. I think maybe the puff pod might be good. Yeah. 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 We'll do the puff pod. Oh my god. Okay, Ren. Hi. There's so many different things I could do here. Let's talk to Ren for a sec. Hello, Warrior Alta. I have meditated on your predicament, and I have the perfect solution. Oh? Surely you know by now that these woods are not ordinary. They have a deep power within them. The forest changes people and pushes them. It shows them what they are meant to see. I came here for my own betterment, to be shown the next level in my training. Yet I can see now that what I truly need is to help someone else, to help you on your own journey. Oh no. Tell me, have you ever heard of the sacred Why did my brain say spleen? The sacred spleen? Have you ever heard of the sacred spring located within this very forest? No. The sacred spring is a glade where holy water runs in abundance. It can only be found through diligent mapping of all parts of the forest. It is notoriously easy to miss. But I believe that if we find it, your wounds can be healed and you will return to yourself. Oh boy. I will personally go with you to ensure we find it no matter what. What do you say? Is this plan acceptable? It doesn't sound plausible to me. I'm gonna say no. I'm curious to say if we say yes, where that would go. But again, character development, we're trying to rest, not take on an impossible task. So no, it doesn't sound plausible to me. But it is. The stories have traveled through the decades. It is impossible to deny them. I am certain beyond a doubt that this place exists and that it can help you. But I wanted to train with Master Winters. It's how I'm supposed to get better. Okay, well that's not quite the angle I was thinking of, but okay. Doesn't it feel weird to you to drink some water and then get strong again? To me, it feels like the wrong way to get better. I don't think either of those are the right way to get better. Okay. Warrior Alta, there is no right or wrong in the matter of health. Either you are well or you are not. You had it? You had the first sentence? Perfect. Yes. You did great. The second sentence? You lost. Yeah, you're so close. You're so close. You almost have it. If you just leave it at that first sentence, you're so good. If you are not well, then you must do whatever is necessary, especially you of all people. Oh, you've gone even further in the wrong direction. Okay, also welcome back, Amalia. What matters is only that we get you back to full strength. I don't feel right about doing it. Why not? What is making you not feel right? I don't know. Something feels wrong. I don't understand why, but I can't go with you. I can't. I don't want to go to a sacred spring. I need to stay here. I'm sorry. I wish I could explain it better. I am afraid I do not understand. You cannot attempt to heal yourself because it feels wrong. I am tempted to believe you are now making a joke at my expense. No, it's not that. Ren, I'm sorry. Something is telling me not to do this. I feel like I need to stay here. I don't understand why. I just have a really strong feeling. If I even think about doing your plan, it hurts until I can't breathe because you were burnt out. So actually, I just listened to a podcast episode about people pleasing recently. A friend of mine very kindly was like, hey, you've been struggling with that people pleasing thing a lot lately with like your writing and stuff. This podcast episode might really help you. It was kind of like a loving drag, but it was really funny. And one of the comments in it was like, if you got kind of like listen to your gut, if you just feel that level of dread, then your body is trying to tell you you are pushing it too far. There's something about that you simply cannot do. Like obviously there's some asterisks to that. Like sometimes anxiety can feel like that. So like if you have a lot of anxiety and you want to go do a thing, but you're really scared of it, that's different from, and you feel dread with your whole chest to the point where you're having a panic attack, which is what this is. So at that point, you have to listen to your body and be like, okay, what am I not giving my body that it's clearly asking me for? It's giving me those warning signs. And that just like blew my mind. And it was like, oh, so when I'm feeling resentful or envious or stressed or like feeling dread, it's because my body is like saying, hey, you are not giving me something and I'm feeling overwhelmed. And it's like your body trying to like give you all the warning signals possible. Like, we don't want this. And you will totally heed this advice, right, Val? No. I mean, I'll try, but no. It's hard. It's hard to apply it to yourself, right? But yes, there will be an attempt. We'll see. Amazing that he can be right in front of you. It can be right in front of you, and yet you're so deep in the weeds at the same time. Yeah, you gremlin, but also I get it. Yeah, it's like, I think it really kind of helped contextualize when my brain is panicking about something to kind of take a moment, take a beat and go, okay, what is my body lacking that it's clearly needing? That's something I've never seen framed that way before. And I was like, oh, I love that. So like, if that also resonates with you, feel free to borrow that. Like, check in with your body. Like, okay, why are we panicking about this today? Like, what is my body trying to tell me? And obviously sometimes you don't have the luxury. Like if it's like, I'm fucking exhausted from my job, there's only so much you can do with that, but it does help to like check in with your body if you're having a reaction. What if we all made a promise to keep trying to do better? Yes, also proms. Hi. Yeah. What if we promised to make an attempt? I've also seen the thing of the body trying to stop you because it fears failure. That's what I mean by, I think fearing failure and burnt out, exhausted are two different feelings. They do feel very similar though, so you have to be really in tune with yourself. But I do think those are two separate things, and like you can learn to spot it. It's hard though. I will fully admit that those two things, if you're just kind of at a glance, they feel almost identical. So it's like, fuck. So you have to really ask yourself like a series of questions. Like, to use an example, when I went to PAX Unplugged, Ian will verify this. So we went to PAX Unplugged last year. We're talking 24 hours before we have to start driving. I am like packing and I'm going, what if we just didn't? I'm feeling so much dread about this. Everyone's going to hate me. I'm going to, not be entertaining. I don't know how to talk to people. This is going to be terrible. And all of a sudden it felt like I didn't want to go anymore. Like there was that intense dread. And obviously 24 hours before you go to a con, it's a little too late and you're committed anyway. But it was one of those moments of like, and it was like, okay, but if you really don't want to go, then we don't go. So when he did that, he was like, all right, we won't go. I went, no, but I wanna. Like there was this other response of like, no, but I do want to go. So like, then you have to kind of check in on that, right? Because like, if that's where that fear of failure, that anxiety comes in of like, is this something I genuinely don't want to do, or is this something I'm afraid of? So then you go, okay, we don't have to do it. How does your brain respond? Does it go, oh, thank God we don't have to do it? Or does it go, but I kind of wanna. Yeah, sometimes the okay, let's not can help you confront that. Yeah. So like if your brain kind of immediately kind of kid in a corner pouts like, but I want it. Then maybe you do want it, you're just scared of it. And also sometimes you kind of just have to go through with it and see the results. So that can be, it's hard. Internal motivation is, brains are complicated. I'm not going to sit here and say this is an easy thing. Ren keeps putting me on tangents about like how to check in with yourself. So I'm so sorry for all the soapboxes I've stepped on today. But thank you for coming on this rant after rant with me. The whole do it scared is lacking in so much nuance, but also sometimes it's right. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm constantly scared. Like every stream I'm scared. Like I'm scared I'm boring. I'm scared this isn't interesting. I'm scared that I'm driving people away with my rambling, for example. But like do it anyway, right? Because you enjoy it and it's fun. It's kind of like learning to track that. One time I was told to roll a dice to decide, and I didn't want the dice to choose, which told me what I actually wanted. Yeah, sometimes if you just kind of go, all right, okay, we don't have to do it. Like with PAX East, I was feeling overwhelmed with trying to figure out how to go. and figure out how to do my finals. And I was just really overwhelmed. And then Ian went, we don't have to go. And I went, okay, because I think I don't want to go. And that was the polar opposite reaction to PAX Unplugged. Like I felt guilty because I want to go to PAX East, but also like in reality, my brain was like pumping the brakes. Like that is too much. It's too much. Like, yes, we want to go, but no, that is way too much. So I always kind of use it as my go-to. Like if you kind of just go, okay, we don't have to. How does your brain react? Do you, didn't really kind of see. A coin flip doesn't decide for you. It tells you what you actually want. Yeah, because if you flip a coin and you go, okay, you have to do it, and your brain goes, fuck, I really don't want to do it though, and you have an answer. Anyway, I'm so sorry. I will stop rambling about this. Back to Ren. Everyone was lovely, but I was wrestling with self-doubt all of PAX Unplugged, and there were times when the mask got real heavy. I feel like that's true for like so many conventions and events and meeting people, right? Like you're having so much fun, then you're also terrified that you were making a terrible impression. It's a lot of people. The con floor, if you go to like the show floor, that's a ton of literal people jammed into one space. The sound is overwhelming. And then there's usually multiple people that you're trying to meet up with, and people are doing their own thing. And you're just like, am I annoying somebody to try to meet up with them? Am I going to be able to meet up with them? If I can't meet up with them, do they think I hate them? And that becomes, conventions are a whole lot. So yeah, it's totally understandable if your brain's like, do I even want to deal with that? But yeah, okay. But yeah, even if you think that whole it hurts until I can't breathe, that's a pretty big like danger Will Robinson sign from your body, right? That like, whoa, we really don't want to do that. So like if you're feeling that level of panic, you might have to check in with yourself. Yeah. I need to stay here for right now, just for a bit, but also because this is a video game set in this specific space and they didn't code a whole Sacred Spring side quest. So we gotta stay here. Maybe later I can go with you. Warrior Alta. It is as though I do not know you at all. You don't. A thought. You, the strongest, fiercest, most fearless human I have witnessed in my lifetime. This is also super parasocial. You don't know her. Like, Ren doesn't know Alta at all. They just met, but he knows of her because she's a very famous fighter. Knowing of someone is not the same as knowing them. This is a little parasocial here. You, who could be intimidated by none, who trained herself into near immortality. When confronted with adversity, you have reduced yourself to an invalid, sitting here doing nothing. How do I kick Ren permanently out of my forest? How do I kick this man out for life? Get the fuck out. Leans into the mic. Leave. Yeah, no, fuck this guy. To say I'm disappointed is an incredible understatement. Get the fuck out. You think I want this? You think I want to be here right now? So this is definitely a normal response I've seen from like able-bodied people when you tell them that you're disabled and you literally can't do it. This is actually a fairly normal reaction, which sucks. Like when I told people I have to go part-time for college, one of my biggest anxieties was people going, man, it would be so great to go part-time, as if I'm somehow choosing to just do less and like be lazy. Hate that shit. Like, no, I literally, if I go and push any further, I will have a heart attack. Like my blood pressure is saying no. My body has conditions that make that impossible, and you're just hearing I'm not trying hard enough. Fully fuck you. So Rand is like, nah, get out. Goodbye. I liked you for a second, and now I'm like, you may leave. Leave and never return. Get out of my forest. You should be praised for listening to yourself, not berated. That. Very that. Your being here and talking to me privileges have been revoked. Get out. I do not need to think of it, because you have told me so yourself. Oh my god. I want to get out and fight, to go out and fight, but something is stopping me. As I said, you have resigned yourself to complacency. Every disabled, chronically ill person in the chat, raise your hand. If you have seen this from somebody, all of us are raising our hand. We all want to fight. We'll fight this asshole. Get out of my clearing. You know what? Yes. Get the fuck out, actually. He should eat poop regardless of his keto diet. Yeah, get the fuck out. We're gonna say get out. You know what? Leave. Get out of my clearing. So you have chosen to reveal your true self. It is a shame the Alta I had grown to admire was a person of unwavering conviction, and we are. In conviction to kick you the fuck out of my clearing for being an asshole. It is deeply saddening for me to learn she never existed. Well, she did, just not the way you wanted her to. I quite wish I had not come here. I'll take my leave now. Bye! Asshole. I can't, like, kick you. I would. This would be me kicking you. Hold on. Asshole. I sweep you. Yeah. Wow. Okay. I'm done. It's not worth more time. But yeah, I like that the game lets you just say, get out, actually. You suck. That is shitty human. Right there. Oh. Someone on the dev team for this has dealt with this shit. I strongly suspect. Oh, absolutely. You couldn't write that well if you haven't dealt with somebody. Again, shout out to the devs. Also, I'm sorry at the devs some of these experiences are not fun. And if you write them as well as you are, you've experienced them directly. And I'm sorry, that sucks. That's not fun. But also good job accurately portraying it in a way that isn't painful, but like cathartic, because you get to tell them to get out and they will. It's very nice, actually. But let's see what the fuck Nana is selling now, because I see a Nana figure. I like that Nana is paired with Ren, because Ren's a big asshole and Nana's just fun. Hi Nana, how's business? I bet you'd like to know. I won't fall for your mind games. What are your plans for the future? Plans for the future? What is this, a community college? Listen up, Missy. I am a here and now kind of gal. I got no use for the future. I'm living in the present moment so freaking hard it would make your head spin. The future? I spit on the future. Come get me, future. Come do your dirty work on me. If you dare. Okay, but actually, Nana's not wrong. Living in the moment is good. You sound very enlightened right now. Of course I'm enlightened. I'm the very goddamn aspect of spiritual centeredness. I love Nana. You hear anyone saying I'm not enlightened, you send them my way for a good ass kicking. Oh, speaking of enlightenment, take one of these promotional items with you. Okay, I'm 100% sure Nana has two things. Tons of conspiracy theories and the best weed. Oh, 100%. I'm focusing on brand awareness, inserting myself into the public conversation. So I want you to take a piece of Nana brand merchandise to get the word out. I need Nana to talk to Ren, yeah. Oh my god, Nana sells you everything you need. Or the Nana, oh my goodness. I want the world's best saleswoman. I think I need the Nana plushie. Put that baby somewhere all your friends will see and be influenced by it. Maybe actually make some friends too while you're at it. Friends with disposable income. That is how marketing works. That is, we do in fact try to reach out to people with disposable income. I'm gonna put this, actually no, I'm gonna put this by the tea. This is important. We're gonna put this here. And everyone making tea should see the Nana. Also, Boro, let's go talk to Boro so I can tell him that I kicked someone out of our clearing. Did you see that guy in the mask, Ren? Yes, of course. Boro noticed you talking with him at great length. Has something happened? He was an asshole. I wasn't the person okay. Boro is the one who he drags us very lovingly. So I'm gonna say and be like Alta, basically like, I wasn't the person he wanted me to be. And we're gonna let Boro take it from there because I have a funny feeling he's gonna lovingly drag me. I wasn't the person he wanted me to be. Ah, I see. Are you the person you want to be? See what I mean? See what I mean? You see what I mean? Boro is just very good at life. Yes? No? Oh my god, please don't ask me that. I'm gonna say, oh my god, please don't ask me that, because like, what? That would be my knee-jerk reaction. Of course. Miss Alta, please forgive me. I am sometimes getting too personal with questions. Well, Boro will simply say that he very much enjoys the person that Miss Alta is. Our masked friend is welcome to his opinion, but now you are having my opinion as well. Thanks. I'd rather be able... Ooh, okay. I'm gonna say I'd rather be able to fight. I want to see what Boro says. Yes. But Boro does in fact care for Miss Alta, regardless of whether she can fight. Anyway, that is all for the Boro Opinion Hour. I will leave you to it, and I hope you are feeling okay. Oh, I love this man. He's not wrong, though. You should care about somebody regardless of what they can do for you. Just saying. So that's a good comment from Boro. Boro is very good at lovingly dragging Alta because he cares about her as a person, and he can tell that she's struggling and has only ever been treated like an object, as something that someone can produce even by herself, like with her own brain. Also, these little things they grow a lot. Why do they grow so much? Oh yeah, we needed to give tea to this bat friend. Okay, hold on. We have like 10 more minutes or so. 12 more minutes before the ads kick in. So we're gonna make some tea super fucking fast for this bat friend. And see what they say. And kick Rin out and fuck that guy. And we're gonna make some tea for a bat friend. Babbit. He didn't say what they really wanted. Did I pick a tea for them? Did I pick up? Like I did. I got angry at Ren and I forgot what I was doing. Hold on. There's one of these. Oh, it was the puff pod. I don't actually have a puff pod. Burn. Let me... Hopefully this water... Will this water just stay boiling? We'll find out. We're gonna go back to the garden. And this was from the puff pod was from the first section. So I think I can... What was it? Sorry, I'm trying to do this quickly. So it was blue... Okay, yeah, I don't think we did blue with pink, so I have a funny feeling that that's what that is. Okay. Let's find out. Hopefully there's enough space for this little guy. My little garden is getting bigger. Right. I believe that looks correct. Let's find out. Are you a puff pod? You are a puff pod. Hell yeah. Okay. We have a puff pod. Puff pod achieved. Now let's go. I think I have a tea ball still. I don't. Oh no. Okay, hold on. We gotta go get... Go gather some tea. And let that go. And I guess while the tea leaves are keeping or whatever, turning into a ball, we will clip some of these edges. They're growing quite a bit. Yeah, I really like how this game, because we are coming up on end of time soon. I just like how this game, maybe what we'll do, we'll get all the stuff ready so we can give the tea to the bat friend next time we play this, which will probably be Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hyper focusing it because every time I play this game, it drags me. Lovingly, and as you can tell, I have big opinions about it and big feelings, and it really resonates with me right now. So we'll probably keep playing this until we're done with it, and then we'll go back to like some semblance of playing other games. Pretend I play other stuff from time to time. But yeah, I really fuck that guy. I'm mad at him. Oh my god, these things are everywhere. Oh my goodness. Why are there so many thingies to clip? Oh, okay. We're gonna let the tea balls become ball for like the next, and then the next 10 minutes, the end of stream is just gonna be me clipping. We're gonna clip the stuff. Why is it everywhere? We have to get rid of it. Just gonna run around. This isn't even the bunch that I looked at. This is like a completely different spot. I'm trying not to clip that though. It's very easy to accidentally clip not these little weeds. Ah, running through, spamming the button. I mean, Alta might be like, I can't pick up a sword because I'm burnt out. Really, it's a mental block, not really so much a physical block. Also, probably partially a physical block. But like, we're gonna do a ton of physical labor getting rid of all these weeds for like 10 minutes of stream. Weeds. Get rid of them. Eh. Oh, you know what we haven't done? We haven't made tea for us. We haven't made tea for me. Why don't we make one of the new ones? Why don't we just, we don't need tea balls for Alta tea, apparently. So why don't we make one for ourselves and come over here after I'm done clipping all these little assholes. See if I get any plot. Let's see if plot is activated. Oh my god. Why are there so many? There we go. Okay. What is it? A trinket. It looks like... What is this? I don't know what this is. Is it like a dashboard? What is this? I don't recognize what that is, so I'm just putting it in my pocket. Let's go make some tea for me. What do we have double of? We have 2 bite berries, so I guess we'll make some bite berry tea. Oh, we already poured the water, so that's even better. Actually, we still have some of this complicated tea. I wonder, is that enough for me? Like if I put a cup down there and go drink it, will it work? Hold on. It does. I mean, it's half a cup. Let's see if... Let's go sit somewhere and see if that accepts it as a tea drink. Will I sip this? What happens? Oh. Plot. Oh no, Rin is back.
What the hell is this? My entire face is on fire. It's almost like I'm gonna vomit.
Go away, Ren.
Hang on. Hang on.
Okay, well, we really didn't like it.
I can't think clearly. My whole brain is like I'm being swallowed by a...
Sorry.
Wow. Okay. Ooh, I think it's starting to calm down now. Oh my god. For the love of all that's holy, what on earth did I just drink? Okay, so... When do I get the feeling of being centered and calm? I don't feel anything yet, just terrible.
This is amazing.
Is the calmness on its way? Hello? Nothing? I don't feel anything. Well, I feel like magma got poured down my throat. Other than that, I feel nothing.
Amazing.
Whew. What a bunch of nonsense.
Okay. Well, the fancy tea that he insisted I make for him did nothing but burn our throat. News at 10. That's kind of amazing. Okay. Well, we're going to put our cup back here. Oh, it's dirty. Hold on. My bad, my bad, my bad. We're going to do a second one real fast. That was really funny though. Just like, no, this was terrible. That was bad. And he should feel bad. Just reaffirming that. I see Rin is back. We're not going to fuck with that for this stream. I'm just going to leave that alone for now. We'll yell at him tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday. We're not going to yell at anybody tomorrow. We're going to yell at him on Wednesday. All right, let's see if this gives me anything. I don't need tea. T-balls for Alta tea, is what they told me. So let's just go try this very bitter tea and see what happens. Oop. Okay, the T-balls are done. We have like 4 minutes left, Alta. Go have a conversation. I should sit down to drink this. I am. All right. Let's see if this does anything.
Innocence.
Did it?
I hate that word.
There we go.
You know, sometimes I look at other people, and they still haven't learned this fundamental lesson about how everything comes from hard work.
Okay, bootstraps.
And I think to myself, that's innocence. That person is still completely naive. It's like they're still living in a dream where things are going to be okay. Things aren't going to be okay.
Oof, real. Is that the end of the sentiment? Okay. Things aren't going to be okay. All right. Well, that was a great thought for you, Alta. But here's the thing. Sometimes, I mentioned this earlier, sometimes things aren't going to be okay. Sometimes something just really fucking sucks and you can't fix it. And that, like, things don't always work out perfectly. And that is what it is. But, you know, yeah, I'm going to snooze the ad. We're going to get going. But yeah, I think Alta just needs to learn that, like, things might not work out, but you can still find a way to get through life in a way that's true to yourself, in a way that you have some semblance of peace as such as you can find it. And it's not ever going to be 100%, but like you can still have a life. I think that's like the moral of my story. So you can still exist, and it's important to still exist. And yeah, things don't always work out, but that doesn't mean nothing ever works out. Because sometimes they do. They just don't work out how you expect it to. And they might not work out as well as you wanted. But something does sometimes work out. And sometimes it doesn't. And that's life. And that's hard. Yeah. So that's a little bit of I don't think it's a negative note to end on. But I really like how this game is forcing us to ponder about like burnout, what that means, about slowing down. What does hard work even look like, really? And like, what does it matter to you? Like, what matters to you? Who are you and what do you want? Not what do you feel you need to want, or what do you feel you need to produce, or what do you feel you need to do? And that's really fucking hard. As somebody who literally has gone to think, Ren, go away. We don't like you. Get out of my shot in my reflectiveness. Leave. Oh, okay. But yeah, as somebody who like really struggles with all of that, it's you know, the epic industry message is fuck Ren, fuck that guy, terrible man. I hope he learns a lesson, but also even if he doesn't, I'm kicking him out again. So I guess we'll have to see what happens with that on Wednesday. We will play this again on Wednesday. I believe next week is the normal Wednesday, Friday, but one of these weeks soon is like not. No. It's the next Friday after that. One of these Fridays I am not streaming because I have a meeting with magazine friendos to talk about magazine stuff. By then I'll be able to tell you all the name of this magazine. If you didn't know, I am collaborating with Ash Vale, the artist formerly known as Linoleum Bob, who used to be a streaming mutual, is now a writing mutual, and writes under the pen name Ash Vale. And our friend M.R. Robinson, who's an amazing writer, we are, and yes, please go read Ash's work. They're very good. And we are, with some other people who we will announce soon, are creating a queer science fiction and fantasy magazine specifically for work from queer authors. And I'm very excited. And there will be poetry as well, because I know we have some folks in this community that also do poetry. I will not be overseeing that in any way, but we do have a poetry editor. And I'm very excited to hear who that is in like a week, actually. Next week, March 31st, we are debuting socials. I get to say what the name of the magazine is and like our timeline for the rest of the year. And then when submissions open, which I will say is next year, will not be this year. We are doing a Kickstarter this year though. So please look forward to it. There's a lot of good stuff in the future. And again, kind of not the trajectory I was expecting, but it's a trajectory I'm really enjoying. So, yeah, I have to eat as my dinner is ready, but oh, you're all fabulous. Amalia, you're great. Yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling. We're gonna go over to the ending scene. Fuck Rin again, just, on an ending note. And let's see who is live.